debated whether this is simply random crime or an organized terror campaign.
While white farmers agree that some attacks have other causes, they feel that reckless politicians trying to score points are adding fuel to the fire. Black First, Land First say they don't support murders, but they don't have much sympathy with the white farmers.
We do understand that black people are upset and angry, and rightfully so, because land has been stolen historically and it needs to be returned. And so if black people are responding to that violence with violence, then they are well in their rights to take back land by any means necessary.
Inciting violence is one thing, but hiring assassins is another. We received a copy of a very interesting conversation between a national intelligence agent and a so-called general of the notorious prison gang, the 28s. He spent more than 20 years in jail for farm murders and was released in December.
Ik moet ook gaan sê binnenkant wanneer ek kom, dan moet ek kontak maak met Julius Malema, die ou van Limpopo, van die EFF. Want hy was ook nou hier nou in September. Toe was Julius Malema, toe was hy by Planetoria New York. Toe kom hy daar by New York, toe vra hy daar, toe sê hy daar, wanneer jylle bendes wil gauw span hê, wanneer jylle wil span hê, kom check my by Limpopo. Ek gaan jylle span gee, wat ek jylle gaan gee daar is 'n balaclava, 'n gun en cash. Want hy sê daar hy steun die boere. Die lees maar nie maar. Hy sê jy wil net vir my 'n paar moorde pleeg op boere plase.
We invited Mr. Malema to respond to us either on camera or in writing, but simply received a one-line reply from the EFF stating that the CIC is not available to take the interview due to his busy schedule. This very serious accusation is still unverified, but until Julius Malema responds, it remains extremely worrying. Farners Farms in Levubu in the Soutpansberg. His neighbor was murdered recently.
Hy het die hier opgery op pad na sy huis toe. Waar op sy bakkie gespring het, min of meer hier. En hom met 'n mes begin steek deur die venster wat oop was, hier in sy skouer. Hy het teruggestoot en toe hy met spoed weggetrek daar en die stuurwiel het gesluit. En tot stilstand gekom daar waar my voertuig staan. Hulle het hom daar uitgehaal uit sy voertuig uit. Hulle het hom teruggesleep, al die pad terug, so 50 meter van waar die bakkie staan.
The children were still too traumatized to speak to us. They tried to get the farm going again. One of the first farm murders in the region happened in the Bandelierkop district. Ernest Brekenbach now lives in the same house his dad lived in before him.
They actually put the number plate of the bakkie at his feet and the stoplights. They tied it to his feet with electrical wire, and as well as the front flicker lights. They also tied on both sides of his head, and they actually left him like that.
All the farmers in the area helped to search for his dad.
My one cousin that was also with me, he actually came from the front, and when I saw my father, I actually fainted.
This happened 19 years ago, but Ernest will never forget that day.
And then we aren't totally over it at the moment, but it's still in our thoughts and our minds of anything could happen again at any moment, and we have to prepare ourselves for any type of anything that could happen.
Herman also now lives in the house where his father was murdered.
Dit vat jou 10 jaar om weer normaal te lewe. Die eerste 10 jaar was baie moeilik. Hulle sê die meeste boerderye na so 'n plaasaanval misluk, gaan nie aan, dit word gestaak. Ek het dit self ervaar. Jy kan nie meer in die aand ry en 'n pomp gaan afsit nie. Ons is besproeiingsboere, ons het pompe wat ek deur die nag moet aan afsit.
The remoteness of the homesteads, coupled with the relentless attacks, torture and murders, changed their lifestyles forever. The farmers have been forced to take responsibility for their own safety.
Ek het staalhokke gemaak wat buiten die vensters op is, dat hy kan inkom nie, is 'n staalhok met nog die weer in die venster. Dit gaan my daai voorsprong gee, ek gaan hoor as hy aan daai staalhok breek.
Fani is another Levubu farmer who has had to adapt.
Hoe verkeerd is dit dat ek 'n kind van 10 jaar en 8 jaar moet leer om 'n wapen te hanteer? Net vir daai ingeval eendag as pappa of mamma seer gekry het en hulle moet hulle self kan verdedig.
And every day at sunset, the idyllic surroundings make way for the same repetitive nightmare.
In die aand het jy 'n ritueel waardeur jy gaan om al jou wapens, jou kluis word oopgesluit, jy wapens word reggesit, wapens word nagegaan, radio's word getoets. Dit is heeltemal 'n ander lewe as wat ons gewoond was.
Voor dit donker is, soos in die huis, dan maak ek seker al die deure is gesluit. Ek maak seker my wapen is reg, ek by my vrou se wapen is bel.
Most farming communities now have a farm watch, with the farmers doing their own patrols at night.
By my gaan dit nie alleen net nie. Baie mense kan sê ek is bang, ek is nie bang. Ek is net nie dom nie.
All of Farnas's direct neighbors have suffered attacks. When an attack happens, all the other farmers are on the response team. This means that virtually every farmer has witnessed the horror perpetrated on a close friend.
Soos hier by my omgewing, by Omeni, my buurman, Oom Jan, wat ook ons langs buurman is, Johannes Kelly, by Oom Niels Marits. Dit was fisies, dit was aanvalle, waar hulle gekap is en waar daar bloed was en waar dood was.
Many view the senseless and extreme violence as a terror campaign aimed at driving the